Hi, welcome back to Divine Cuisine. We're talking about sourdough starter. Now it's day 5, day 6. You've been feeding and discarding and feeding and discarding, and now your starter should be looking all nice and bubbly. So it's ready to start baking. But you still have to continue that take a little, feed it. Take a little, feed it. If you go to our book, Divine Cuisine, there's all kinds of tips in there on how to control your starter, what to do if you're not baking every day, what to do with that discard. Why, you can make waffles and pancakes and muffins and fish and chip batter. There's an unlimited amount of things you can do with the sourdough discard. So just don't throw it out. Think about your menu of the day and prepare something with the discard. You know, we're going to prepare a bread with this, obviously. And this is a neutral starter. If we want, say, a rye bread, well, what we would do is we would take this starter and feed it with a rye flour. So when we go to make the rye bread, we have a rye flavored starter. So keep your starter neutral and flavor it with other flours when you're going to bake a bread. Now remember, when you're baking bread, that thing goes through quite a time, right? First, we have to mix it. We have to knead it and knead it and knead it. If you're kneading it by hand, you probably have to do it for 15 minutes. With a stand mixer, 7 or 8 mixes. So you're beating that poor bread. But you placed everything in and you set it aside. Walk away. What happens? All by itself, it begins to rise up. What do? You come back and you punch it up. Punch it down, beat it up some more, leave it alone, and it rises again. And then what do? Well, you put it into a blast oven, right? 400 degrees for 30, 35, 40 minutes, maybe longer. And what happens? At the end of it, you've got a wonderful, wonderful tasting loaf of bread. But it went through quite an ordeal to get that way. We do the same in our life. We may be going through huge ordeals. We might feel like we're getting beat up and knocked down and punched in and having the whole world come on down on us. We're under that heat, right? But if you stick to the Word of God, you stay in the Word, then the promises of God will rise up. Just like the yeast in the sourdough starter, they'll rise up and it will give you victory in the end. There is no better way than trusting God. There is none. There's a lot of things out there that tell you, go this way, go that way, go God's way. And for sure, He'll come out for you. You'll come out in the end doing great. So remember, God is on your side.